Hey tubers, thanks for checking into the video today. Today's lure review is going to be on the Ima Gyodo 130 MD Flatfish Minnow. So this is pretty much a type of jerkbait or rip bait. It can be retrieved in a couple of different manners, but certainly it would be classified as a style of jerking or twitching bait. This lure is certainly saltwater ready. Alright, and it is a floating style lure, and it weighs 23 grams. Alright guys, its hooks itself are ready for saltwater action as well, guys. So obviously 130 millimeters long, so 130 in the name implies it's going to be 130 millimeters long, which is about, say, 5 and 1/8 of an inch. Okay, next step would be, it's got a certain design to it in terms of its look. It's very flat on the bottom here, moving into this sort of convex design on top there. Okay, and real flat on its belly end there. The MD, they classify MDs mid-diving. There is a SR, which is like a shallow running, which means like the bib is going to be probably made smaller, and also like it's going to dive not as deep. So with MD, it stands for medium diving. I wouldn't classify this as medium diving. I've got a lot of jerk baits that pretty much have got a lip similar to this, and they're going to reach to about depths of about 1 meter. This does about the same. It doesn't go too much deeper than that, but depending on how you retrieve it and what sort of line you have, you can get it a little bit deeper here, all right? Next step would be, when they call it like the flatfish, okay, what they mean by that is it's a flat-sided style of lure. So if I just hold that up for you there, on the flanks of it, on each side, it's going to be quite a flat lure there and there, and its back itself is somewhat rounded in this section here and there, and that's about equal on the bottom as well, so somewhat rounded and flat. So it's quite, it's more of a say a squarish sort of design, but with curves on it around there, and there. Alright, as you can more than likely see there. Alright, wicked. So this here, it doesn't come standard with any split ring at the front, but I really like the line tie, and then I really like where the hook hangers are really like thick, and they're really heavy duty looking. The split rings are really decent, and once again the hooks are saltwater ready, so they're like this galvanized sort of saltwater look to it. The gauge could be a lot thicker. Alright, so yeah, they're a fairly like sort of thin hook considering the size of the bait. It is certainly a magnum sort of jerk bait, alright, at 130 millimeters long. Alright, so if we go through the physical aspects of it, we're going to get this sort of that lip design there that's on an angle a fair like that, as opposed to, a lot more of your jerk baits are going to be on an angle of about there. So the higher it is up that way, the deeper it is going to get, so hence maybe why they call it like the mid diving. But like I said, I get it to around about like say your meter, or say 4 foot at its deepest. Alright, you're going to be getting a really nice holographic eye there. It does have Ima's eye design that they have on all their lures, which is, it almost looks like a little Pac-Man. Alright, in that black section there, and then like a holographic sort of silver design out there. But yeah, pretty cool eye. The gill plate itself is just a single piece gill plate on that area there. And then like, it's almost like they didn't paint that section around there to have it a little bit more pronounced. Moving into a real sort of like, say, somewhat like a watery holographic look there. As you can see, I got a little bit of hook rash on that section, and there and there. Doesn't take long to get hook rash on this particular sort of lure. I got a couple more of these actually, but yeah, this one is one of my more newer ones, and it's like, yeah, it's already got, like, it doesn't take long at all to get that damage on that one there. Alright, next step, keeping with the whole sort of like Magnum style feel with this bait, like I said, it's a jerk bait, but it's a real large one. They went really large with the weight transfer system, guys. I don't have a lure that's exactly like this. The closest one would be the Megabass Edo Shiner, which is like a say, for example, a Megabass Vision 110 on steroids. And what that features is 3 massive tungsten ball bearings for its weight transfer system, and therefore it's going to cast really, really well. And it goes to same goes with this particular lure here. It casts a mile, and then also it's got the biggest ball bearings that I've ever seen in any of my particular lures that I own. All right, and I'll show you that in a second. But anyways, on top it's going to be like this. It's a somewhat, actually I'll start at the bottom. It's going to be a very nice sort of, how do I say this? It's more of a dull goldish, a very bland goldish metallic look. And then moving into that very foil holographic design with that watery holographic look there. And then on the back, it's going to be a very nice blood red back, which looks awesome. Okay, and on the top, it's not painted whatsoever, so it's actually like a ghost design. So if I zoom in there a bit and flash some lights into there, you can actually see that it's quite somewhat, you can see into that. But where it's really special, actually I'll start with this here. On top they've stuck on here 130 MD, obviously 130 millimeters long, mid diving. I don't understand what these symbols are, but one of them looks like somewhat like a flounder or a fluke, as you boys in America would call it. I have no idea what that is, and that looks like some form of like Japanese writing, but yeah. And then if I zoom out, I'll show you the weight transfer system, the 3 tungsten balls that I was talking about. Let's have a listen to them. Yeah, so they're really, really massive, and you can see them right there. I'll put it on an angle that you can somewhat see, I suppose. There we go. If I shine that light on there, you can really see that. They are absolutely massive in there. So yeah, the largest ball bearings and weight transfer system that I've ever seen in a lure that I own anyway. So yeah, pretty wicked. Alright, so yeah, really nice action, guys. Ima make quality lures. Very nice finish. Quality construction. Really, really strong. The hooks could be of a thicker gauge, but I mean, straight out of the package, they're decent. It's up to yourself to like change out those hooks, but yeah, you'll be all right with those hooks to use. I like the fact that you get 1, 2, 3 times treble hooks. All right, they are number 4 size treble hooks, by the way, guys, if you want to know. And like I said previously, they are saltwater ready galvanized hooks. And yeah, with the previous ones that I've owned of this particular lure, you don't really get too much rusting, and I primarily fish in salt water. So yeah, that's a thumbs up for the terminal tackle. Yeah, I'm loving the weight of it as well. It's quite a heavy, sort of lure. I believe I think it was 23 grams that it does weigh. All right. So yeah, really, really nice and easy to cast. Guys, if you, I'll end the video there. If you have any questions, please comment below, and I'll try my best to answer them. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and subscribe to the channel, guys, to see like more reviews in the future. But I'll leave you to it, and yeah, happy fishing, and I'll see you next time. Bye.